Good morning.
Good morning, Lois. Good morning, everyone.
How you doing?
Me, I'm stressed, but I'm gonna be okay because God's got me.
Good. So I shouldn't ask then. Sometimes we just gotta say, God, what do you got today? Um, I want to tell a little story about. Can you hear that? Can you hear that truck
I,
or
I,
motorcycle?
it went really quickly though.
Um, I had my son had a field trip this week,
Yeah.
and we went, and it was great. Really nice outside.
Hmm.
Um, but at this field trip, I sat down by this little girl, and she had a sticker on her lunch, on her sandwich, and she peeled it off. And another little girl was, doing her thing, and she didn't have any stickers. And um, they were talking and doing their thing, and she looked at this little girl and she said, "Oh, do you want my sticker?" And she handed it over just
Oh,
like that. And you know, you think it's no big deal, right? But something in me just changed. It was like I could feel the kindness. I could feel the purity in that moment, and I just
oh,
started bawling.
oh, you sound like me. I'd
And
ball at those things.
I mean, and I think there are moments like that where if we just sit back and notice, um, it's it's easy to get just going in our day, and um, those kind of things are rare.
Yeah.
Like lately, I feel like more and more just small acts of kindness make massive waves
Oh gosh.
in my life because I see them less. Do you notice that?
Yes, absolutely I do. And I'm very much like you. And I'm glad you shared your story first because when I've cried at commercials because of the kindness in some of them. Like there's one in particular that comes to mind every single, actually two. But I don't think I've told you this story, but there's one where this grandma is coming to a city on the Greyhound bus. And she's sad because she's thinking that now that she's going to live with her family, her son and his children and the wife and the kids, the grandkids, that she's going to be a burden, that she's going to be, getting the way, and that she's just sad because she's giving up her life because she can't be on her own anymore and she's coming to live with them. And then the bus pulls into the station, and they're all out there with this big sign, "Welcome home, Grandma." And I just lost it. I just lost it because they're all happy to see her. They're all welcoming. They're all, we can't wait for you to be with us. And she just starts to smile, and you realize that it's going to be okay. I just lose it. And then there's another one with this little 6-year-old girl. She's practicing for the big parade in her area, in her town, and she's throwing up the baton because she's going to be the lead of the band. She's only 6. Couldn't be more than that. She's throwing up the baton, and it falls and she doesn't catch it. And she throws it up and she's practicing and she keeps dropping it. Then the day comes, the big day comes for the parade. And she gets down on one knee and she throws that thing up in the air, and the whole band stops and she catches that thing in slow motion. And I'm like, oh my God, the practice paid off. I just lost it. I mean, it's kind of silly when I think about it, but things like human kindness, human feeling, human humanness gets to me. And I feel it inside too. And sometimes I just kind of like, oh, I just lose it. So when I see that, or when I see somebody helping an old lady across the road, or somebody is carrying somebody's groceries that's having a hard time, or something like that, it affects me too because you don't see it enough. And I can really resonate with where you're coming from with that. That I can just imagine, just seeing that innocence of her just handing over her sticker. I think I would have been right with you. Both of us would have been balling. Yeah, I feel that. And I understand that. Absolutely.
When I think about that on the level of motherhood, and sometimes we think our jobs are just monotonous,
Yeah.
or oh, this morning is just,
Routine.
I'm not getting anything done, or does this really matter? But that morning, that mom decided that she needed a sticker on her sandwich. And that one act changed my day,
Mm,
and she'll never know it. Her daughter did something because of what she did that affected the life of a
a
stranger,
stranger.
right? You never know what is going to cause a ripple effect based on something that you have done that seems so small and insignificant.
Wow, that's powerful.
There are things that you're doing every day that you will probably never know matter.
Wow.
So keep doing them.
That's
Keep
a
doing
powerful message. Wow.
the smallest of details matter.
Yeah,
And it really is the small things that are making a difference in your life every day.
that's a good message. That's a really good message. So what are you going to be doing today to pass on that act of kindness? Think about that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Love it.
We hope you have a wonderful week. And if you have experienced some kindness this week of your own and want to share it, would love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments and be kind to one another. It really does change the world.
It does. Bye for now. Have a great Monday and a great week.
We'll talk soon.